was choilik and two mitzvahs, and tzitzis and mezizah. And what was his time? He came to Moshe and he asked him, true, the halacha is that if you have a talis from another mean, not from tchelis, you put in one chut from tchelis, one, how do you call it, string of tchelis by every konof, by every of the four ends. So that's enough. It's a kosher tzitzis. What's going to be if I'm going to have a talis that's kulot tchelis? Is it going to be enough? So Moshe said, no. It won't pater from the mitzvah of tchelis. The same zach he asked regarding a mezuzah. If you have an empty house and you put by the door a mezuzah that has in it two parshas, Shema and Voim Shemoya, is that enough to pater the whole house? Yeah. So now he asked, what's going to be with a bayis moles for him? Is that going to be good? And Moshe said, no. So the Zera Shimshon asks, here's the real reason why he had a machloikis with Moshe was because he was jealous. Why Moshe Rabbeinu gave the Nesias for Elitzophan ben Ezil that was younger than him, and didn't give it for him that he was the son of Yitzhar, and Elitzophan was only a son of Uzuel, that he was the fourth son of Koach, and not Yitzhar was the second son of Koach, and also Korach was a bigger chacham than Elitzophan ben Ezil. So why did he give it for Elitzophan? Now he explains like this. The reason why Moshe Rabbeinu gave it for Elitzophan wasn't because he decided that Elitzophan is more chashuv than Korach. No, he knew that Korach is bigger and he's smarter than Elitzophan, and he's not a generation, but he refers to an older brother than Izuel. But that was the Tzivi Hashem. He should give it for Elitzophan. Now, Korach, he explains, Korach didn't want to come and laugh of all the mitzvahs of Moshe Rabbeinu. He didn't come Chal V'Shulam and say, all the mitzvahs that Moshe Rabbeinu says in the name of Hashem, I disagree. He didn't say that. He came and he thought like this, those two mitzvahs, we know the tamim of the mitzvahs. And the reason is, by tzitzis it says, what's the reason you should put tzitzis? Leman Tizke Yivasisem as kol mitzvah. You should remember all of the mitzvahs of Hashem. And the reason of the mezuzah is, Hashem says, it says in Zera Kodesh, write my name on your door, and then all of the mazikim are going to run away. Mezuzas is oisius zos moves. It pulls away, it pushes away, Chal V'Shulam, the Malache, Chabola, all the bad mazikim, they can't come into your house. And the Pasuk even says, Ich savtem al mezuzos basecho evishorecho, leman yirbe yemeichem, yemei v'neichem. So over here the Pasuk says, leman tiskoit, by tzitzis, and leman yirbe yemeichem. So Korach thought that if, over here we know the tamim of the mitzvah, so if that's the case, if one chut would be enough to remind the person as kol mitzvah Hashem, and if that's the reason of the mitzvah, so for sure if the whole talis is tchelas, you're going to remember it even much more. And the same zach, if two parshas of the mezuzah have a koach to chase away all the bad mazikim, so for sure if you have a bias molis svarim, it should for sure be enough. And because Moshe Rabbeinu disagreed, and he said, no, even a bias molis svarim needs a mezuzah, and even the talis shkulat tchelis needs a chut of tchelis. So Korach understood, and he said, over here I disagree with Moshe, because if we know the reasons of these two mitzvahs, and the real reason is only to bring a toive for Klal Yisrael, in order they should remember the mitzvahs and they should have a shmirah. So I understand for sure that if I could bring a better zechira, a better reminder, or a better shmirah, a better shmirah on the house, that should for sure be better. And if Moshe doesn't understand so he said, now I see that Moshe Rabbeinu doesn't always understand what's the meaning when Hashem tells him. So who knows? He said, maybe Hashem told for Moshe Rabbeinu, you and your brother, you're the children from Amram, you took already, you are one of them is the Kohen, and one is the Rabban Shal Yisrael. Yeah, Moshe Rabbeinu. Now go ahead and make a Nasi, someone from the Mishpacha, from Mishpachas Koach, take one of them and make him a Nasi. And the truth, he should have taken Korach, because he is the oldest son of Yitzhar, and not go to the smallest. And the reason why Moshe Rabbeinu made the mistake, he thought that the same way, like he understands, even a talis shkulat tcheles or a bayis molis svarim also needs a mezuzah and also needs a chut shel tcheles. that shows that he doesn't really think into the depth of the tzivui of Hashem whenever there is a reason to that. And that's why he came to this conclusion. So maybe he thought, in our case also, Hashem just told him, you take one of the children of Koach. And he, by himself, decided to take this youngest, Elitzophan ben Eziel, but really it was prepared for me. So that's how the Zera Shimshon explains that was the reason why Korach only, he took those two mitzvahs, because by those two mitzvahs, the Pasuk says clearly the reasons. And he understood, if the Pasuk says the reason, and if in such a case you have a better Zechira, or a better Shmir, it should for sure be better. And even Moshe Rabbeinu still says, no, that wouldn't be enough, because the real reason was, like Moshe Rabbeinu said, that Hashem wants the mitzvah should be on the konof, a chut cheles, and it should be a mezuzah by the door, even though it's a bias monosforim, even though it's a talash shkulut cheles, but Korach didn't understand so, and that made him think that maybe also in our case, when Hashem wants some of the mishpucha to be a nasi, he chose the smallest one, but he should have chosen the one Korach, and that was why he went and he made the machloikes with Moshe Rabbeinu.